After 9 months of full or semi-self-quarantine, notice what's happening to you and your loved ones age 50 and over? Well, here's my observation. With hardly any social interaction, our true selves seem to have seeped through the cracks of our personality, raw, naked, and hungry, like a bear coming out of hibernation. Meaning, if we were arrogant, selfish, angry, susceptible, rude, or short-tempered before the pandemic, that part of our personality seems to be more amplified now. In actuality, it's not more magnified. It's just coming out more rampant, unrestrained, uninhibited, and uncensored. Somehow, prior to the pandemic, frequent and close interaction with people from all walks of life, including our office, church, social group, extended families, or gym buddies, have tamed the beast inside of us and smoothened our edges. Like polished diamonds, our personalities became brighter, more affable, and socially pleasing. Without this face-to-face, up-close and personal human interfaces, we have reverted back to our original tempestuous, coarse, and bristled persona. The wild feral cat within us that we had managed to tame into a friendly and domesticated house cat is back with a vengeance. Why? One reason can be attributed to the fact that with this new norm, when we call, reply, or respond to messages, texts, email, or FB, we can't see the reaction and body language of the recipient. On the rare occasions that we have an in-person interaction, we can't read their facial expressions behind the masks. Blindly, we no longer filter our knee-jerk reactions nor phrase our words carefully. Instead, we dump our thoughts and responses uncaringly, pretty much like customarily relieving ourselves in the toilet. Previously, we could stop ourselves midway when we saw the effect of our words to people. We were made aware of the negative impact of our recklessly imparted words. Nowadays, we pretty much keep to ourselves, hence, our unbridled thoughts and actions are easily unleashed even by small triggers. Hurtful words erupt like hot, molten lava spewing out of a previously dormant volcano that has of late become very active and violent. Without social interaction, all filters that we had painstakingly set up in consideration for other people's feelings have been dissolved. The intricately woven fabrics cushioning or softening the blow of our spiteful words have somehow been torn, pushed aside, and discarded by the coming out of our true selves. It's really no wonder, since even the most cultured princess will eat unashamedly with her bare hands like a hungry beggar if all her utensils have been taken away and she has been deprived of food for days with no end. The primitive person inside of us comes out. Without the whistles and bells from others, how do we stay grounded and healed of our turbulent personalities? The answer is by letting nature take over the healing of our bodies, minds, and spirit. Have you ever heard of earthing or grounding? The concept states that Earth pulses out an electromagnetic frequency and the human body is fully conductive. Whenever we physically touch the earth directly, either by walking barefoot on soil, grass, or sand, or if you are bold enough and you have a private backyard, laying naked on earth or grass, we immediately get connected to Earth's energy and our bodies and minds naturally go into a healing state.
I think for me growing up, the consciousness in my family being one with nature never truly existed. Especially being a kid of the 1980s, we never thought about the effects that we would play in the devastation as humans destroy the earth. Being one with nature, if you will, taking a hike, taking a brief pause to make sure that you're taking care and doing things to help the earth, because the earth can help you. The earth has a lot of healing properties in nature, whether it's medicine, whether it's providing a mental break that we all need, and sometimes that we don't have because nature is depleting and a lot of the resources are depleting. And it's only when you start to realize that we are at the point of no return that you appreciate something more, because when you don't have it, you start to realize what's missing in your life. With my kids in particular, they enjoy hiking. They enjoy, or they're very responsible about making sure that they're good stewards of their resources, especially their natural resources. And that's caused me to be more cognizant of what I do and how I can try to change the world, maybe one person at a time.
Would you laugh at me if I suggested that you hug the trees? If it isn't safe to hug people or even shake their hands during these times, surely hugging a tree is a good alternative. We can absorb its quiet wisdom and energy, and it will never show us off or argue with us. Come to think of it, the trees around us have always been our strong, silent, supportive, and ever-protective friends. Trees produce oxygen. One large tree can produce a day's supply of oxygen for up to 4 people. They store carbon dioxide in their fibers, cleaning the air and reducing the negative effect of CO2 in our environment. So, go ahead, choose a tree and give it a big hug. Benefit from its healing powers. Apparently, this is not woo-woo. A book on earthing explaining the benefits of grounding, released in 2011, authored by Ober, Dr. Sinatra, and Zucker, became a Nautilus Award winner. Further, the Japanese researchers have developed the concept of forest bathing in an effort to prevent the effects of lifestyle-related diseases. According to Dr. Lee, Shinrin-yoku means bathing in the forest atmosphere, or taking in the forest through our senses. He said that Shinrin-yoku is like a bridge. By opening our senses, it bridges the gap between us and the natural world.
Amazing thing for me, because I was at a place called 10,000 Waves in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And it's in the forest. There's trees all around you, and you, of course, go in the pools. You go from clear water, hot and soothing and wonderful, into cold water, back and forth. It's aromatherapy, and it's also, of course, aquatic therapy, and it was just an amazing experience. And all that time I'm smelling the plants and the trees, and it was just really awesome time. Hug the trees. Hugging the trees, walking through, being grounded is very important to the earth. We go about our days and we don't ever take the time, year after year after year, month, and we don't ever take the time to actually touch the earth and get grounded to it and take the time to smell it and experience it and pray in it and be about nature. And like I said, hugging trees, it's corny, but it really energizes you doing this. My personal practice is to walk around my park, which is on grass, and really take in, not aerobically, the exercise, but it can be a 10-15 minute routine just to get out there and stretch and move. I stretch a lot. I like to stretch, and walk and just really feel the ground in the earth. And my best practice has been my trips. Oh my God, when you're on vacation, what's better than that? You actually experience all of this out in nature while you're having a vacation. It's like, hello. So it's the perfect way to do it. So that's been my experience, and like I said, I'm very blessed. I just love nature. Love it. I'm so at home. I'm so with God in nature. I just cannot express enough how important it is. So get out there and take care of yourselves and have a wonderful life. God bless everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Spending time in the outdoors is healing. However, don't despair if you don't live near trees, nature, soil, or even grass. There seems to be evidence that you'll also get a range of benefits just by putting plants in your room, looking at trees out the window, or listening to nature sounds over headphones. Try taking 15-minute walks outside your house and enjoy the smell of grass after a rain shower and the musky fragrance that wildflowers emit. If you're lucky, enjoy the aromatic smell of pine trees during these chilly December mornings. According to Dr. Lee, this sense of smell is the key element of forest bathing because the effect of phytoncides, a substance released by plants and trees.
And now that we have adopted him, we've been enjoying nature a lot, taking a lot more walks than we've ever did, morning and night, and even going to the beach and taking him for a walk. So it's been a really nice year where we took advantage of nature like we don't normally do. So just thinking about this year and my walks with Kobe and Dexter and going to the beach, I really enjoyed nature a lot. And of course, sometimes we would have those once in a while hiking trips, just nature is very important, and we've been trying our best to do little things like not buying water bottles anymore, to help with nature, and yeah, nature is just very enjoyable.
I've been walking barefoot on the grass, staring at the glistening lake, listening to the ducks, and admiring the mountains and clear blue skies. After the first day of taking videos for this project, subsequently, I unplugged myself from my devices and planted my feet firmly on the ground to get recharged and energized naturally by Mother Earth. Immediately, there's always a sense of unexplainable peace and gratitude enveloping my whole being. Frustration, impatience, and annoyance are replaced by joy and confidence that God will take care of my life like He lovingly does to all creatures. Hey, if the ducks were enjoying the moment without any care in the world, so could I. It feels so good that I've been looking forward to these regular barefoot walks on the grass. Earthing does ground me and pacifies the tactless and uncaring person deep inside of me. Placebo effect, you might say, but hey, during these uncertain times of isolation, sickness, and despair, I grab whatever lifeline is offered to me and hang on to it with my dear life. Besides, how can you go wrong when it's Mother Earth, nature, and God's wonderful creations that are being offered to us freely as a lifeline and a saving grace?